It has been a busy summer at the ESPN wide world of sports, and there's no exception on this basketball Sunday as we're inside the HP Fieldhouse for the AAU boys basketball Super Showcase game. The 11th grade gold consolation game leads off this Super Sunday with BABC, the team from Boston, Massachusetts, taking on BWSL, the Boo Williams Summer League program out of Hampton, Virginia. Good morning, great to have you with us, everybody. I'm Drew Felios alongside my partner. He is J. Webb Horton. We're thrilled to have you with us along for the ride. This is the first of 4 games today. Going to be a long day of basketball, and J. Webb, if it's anything like last week, we're going to be in for a treat.
Well, let me tell you, you got 2 great traditional programs. I mean, Boo Williams, legendary name in AAU basketball. And hey, the team out of Boston can flat out play. BABC.
Yeah, top to bottom, stacked with talent. We have a few players committed to big-time programs. We'll get into those a little bit later on. We will start with number 33. He is DeJour Dickens, headed to Providence. A big man who is going to be strutting his stuff here today. He is a shot blocker and a space eater, J. Webb.
Well, du jour will be du jour of the day at Providence, baby. Look out.
So Dickens will also be teamed up with the backcourt. A guy by the name of Keith Staggs, who will wear number 10. Also Devontae Carter, a playmaker. And on the other side, there's Justin Missoula out of BABC. He is the Gatorade Player of the Year in Rhode Island. Really runs the show on both ends.
Well, coach says he is another coach on the floor. Outstanding player. Let's play ball.
So the Boo Williams Summer League off and running as Elijah McCadden scores the first 2 of the game.
Oh, quick hit, lay up.
BABC wears the all-black uniforms. Boo Williams in the white. That three-pointer goes down by Bailey Patella. He is a three-point sniper for BABC.
Well, Patella is he's a sleeper, their coaches were telling me, but can flat out shoot the ball.
Devontae Carter handling now for Boo Williams Summer League. Nice passing. Keep in mind, there is no shot clock. We are playing high school rules here throughout the day, so 4 8-minute quarters, and possessions on offense can take as long as the team wants to. Here's another three-pointer on the way. This one's off, rebounded by Patella.
Well, Patella is a rebounder and a shooter and a rim protector.
Nice look underneath, and the finish. Boy, that's how you get it done. Terrell Brown is outstanding inside.
Well, all these players on the BABC team have played on teams that have won state championships up there in Massachusetts.
Now it's Missoula. Boy, he gets up and down the court in a hurry. Can't finish the layup that time, though. Now on the other end, how about that shot by Carter?
Well, listen, last week and earlier on, we were saying, hey, no one's going to the hole. These guys are going to the basket, and we need to see more of that in basketball.
Yeah, it seemed like last week we saw a lot of the Steph Curry effect taking place. A lot of teams, J. Webb, wanting to play from the outside in. That could change today.
Well, that's okay if you can shoot 80%.
Now down on the block, Scooper inside. This one comes up short. Keith Staggs pull up from 3, and he drains it.
Staggs shows his range. And Staggs also is one of the better rebounders for the Boo Williams team.
Take it to the rim, and the follow right back up by Terrell Brown.
I'll tell you what, 9 o'clock on a Sunday morning, this is a high level of basketball.
Not easy to suit up at 9 a.m. First game of the day. Easily could have some tired legs. Players not fully awake just yet. We saw the Boo Williams team come in here just a few minutes before this contest started, J. Webb, as you get a look at Brittany Papil. She's the head coach of BABC, only 28 years old. She is one of the rare female coaches in AAU.
Well, her father was a great coach, and she sort of went that whole trail of hanging out with the family, going to junior college, and then her pathway became a coach and has done a great job.
She used to take tickets at the door when she was 11 years old up in Boston. Her father said, you know, one day, Brittany, I see you coaching one of my teams. And boy, has she ever just taken the ball and run with it. Now a little press for BABC. Boo Williams breaks it and scores. That's Johnson. So 1-point lead for Hampton, Virginia. Two programs representing the East Coast here this morning. Jay Webb, how do you think East Coast basketball is different from West Coast basketball?
Well, I mean, you're looking at these teams, given the Boo Williams effect and how Brittany coaches her team. A lot of passing, a lot of teamwork, because these are players from high-quality teams who all have won championships.
Oh, there's a rejection, and there's Dickens for the first time making an impact. The future Providence star. Oh, he has got tremendous hands, doesn't he?
Let me tell you, that long, lanky reach, look at this here. Comes in, he says, I don't think so. Where do you think you're going?
Not many big men to choose from around the country. Jay Webb, if you're a college, you can secure one of those guys, you're in good shape.
Well, you know, rim protector, nice passing. You're seeing both these teams using the pass, unselfish basketball.
Carter, nice look, and the jam by Dickens. Oh, boy.
Dickens says, get out of my way.
And a 30-second timeout on the court.
Now look at this. The no-look pass, and Dickens says, I will finish it with authority.
As soon as he received that pass, I didn't think he could get all the way to the rim and throw that thing down, but boy, did he ever take off.
Athleticism makes you do things that we don't think are possible. Look at that.
So DeJour Dickens, one of the top prospects in the country, coached by Bill Toze, legendary coach in his 32nd year of the Boo Williams Summer League.
Well, he and Boo have been hanging around. You know, Boo started coaching back in '83. So they've seen a lot of basketball, and they know a lot about basketball.
Now a little short jumper from the baseline, doesn't go down. This is Devontae Carter. He is the playmaker. That time called for a palm, and that's something you don't see a lot of in AAU, but our officials right on top of it. Jeff Johnson officiating makes the call.
Well, they must make that call down in Dallas where Jeff's from. Because at the East Coast, they remember Earl to Pearl Monroe.
That three-pointer goes down. These big men have got great touch. Terrell Brown from the top of the key.
Well, listen, Terrell Brown has length, and hey, when you have a big man his size, 6+, who can shoot outside, he makes it difficult because he can also put the ball on the floor, Drew.
13-11, BABC. First of 4 games here inside the HP Fieldhouse. Corey Romich has checked into the game. He wears number 3 for Boston, Massachusetts. And he's got the basketball right now. Here's Jalen Hinton, top of the key. Defender all over him. The ABC really working the basketball now.
Well, Corey Romich can flat out shoot, Jay.
Hinton
Drew
tries to go glass, gets his own rebound, can't put it in. Now BWSL running. There's Carter. Boo Williams, they're not taking a lot of time on possessions. And we're gonna have a foul going the other way.
Let me tell you, these young men are getting up on the boards, aren't they?
There's Marcos Santos Silva, tremendous inside player for BABC.
What a great name. Got a multi-syllable name.
Had college coaches from all over the country. Here over the past week, Jay Webb, we've seen just a who's who of big-time coaches here at the complex.
Oh, I mean, Purdue, Evansville, North Florida. You know, I mean, people are everywhere.
Auburn as well, Florida State. Iowa represented.
Got to throw in a little Iowa. FSU was here.
Top of the key again. Oh, that nearly went down. Rebounded by Hinton. Good pass inside. The interior game working as Santos Silva lays it in.
You are seeing, as we said, and for young players out there, teamwork is critical. There's no I in team, is there?
It looks like we're going to get 2 shots.
Now see, young players get in there. You got to fight on the boards. Be ready to find your teammate to get the layup.
Here's William Vetter at the line. Boo Williams' team just brings tremendous energy to the court. You see how they like to push it up, and they really like to beat you back down court, kind of, catch you napping, Jay Webb.
Well, both these teams are going to get up and down, but Boo Williams' teams are going to fly. They're high flyers, up and down the floor and then getting above the rim, because we saw the dunk.
Isaiah Anderson in the game for Elijah McCadden.
But let me tell you, if this is the consolation game, what is the championship going to be like?
Yeah, you're already seeing, we were here last week, saw several games, but the talent here today, just get a sense, it's a little bit more high level, just big time players. Santos Silva, up and under, counted in 1.
I mean, really? Look at that, drop step, turn, and up and under for the finish with the left hand off the glass. See, young players, don't be afraid to go to the hole and absorb punishment.
Marcos Santos Silva, the interior presence for BABC. Not as flashy as DeJour Dinkins on the other end for Boo Williams, but this guy has a little bit more muscle, and he is very nimble underneath, as he just showed.
Well, if you take a charge on him, you better just make sure your health insurance is paid up.
Five-point lead now for BABC. The ABC goes into that half-court trap. Malik Marrow, good look inside, and they can't finish.
We'll see, great pass, but you got to be able to finish, because you shouldn't be, you can't miss layups, right?
Ja'Kai Dotton wears number 5. He's got the basketball right now. Went strong, ball rims out, and now numbers for Boo Williams. This is Johnson.
Both these teams, people who are penetrating, they're looking to make that extra pass to find their teammate.
Marrow from the elbow. Shooting right now. Not on point for Boo Williams. A little bit cold. And a shot block. Isaiah Anderson going to go to the line to shoot 2. And Jay Webb, we mentioned how sometimes the first game of the day, playing in that 9 a.m. game, late getting here, Boo Williams, they don't quite look like they've got their legs under them right now.
Well, that's why there's 4 quarters. They're going to find their legs, because if you don't find your legs against a team like BABC, then you're in trouble. But they've had layups. A couple things don't last very long. Or teams that miss layups, free throws, and dogs that chase cars. That's usually not something you want to do.
Couple free throws go down. And the lead is cut to 3. Coming up on 30 seconds to go in the first quarter. Entertaining first session here from center court.
A little clock malfunction there.
Our officials this morning mentioned Jeff Johnson. Also have Craig Lastris out of New York and Kevin Chrisman from New Jersey officiating today. I don't realize how many officials it takes to handle a tournament like this.
We've seen a lot of the men that I've watched at FGCU.
Acrobatic move by Santos Silva. And male and female officials getting it done.
Yes, they are.
10 seconds to play in the first quarter. Malik Marrow. Devontae Carter's runner. One more try. Oh, it is off right now for Boo Williams as we finish the first quarter. A 20-15 lead for BABC.
Well, if you're Boo Williams' team right now, you got to be happy to only be down by 5.
BABC started a little bit slow, but Brittany Papil. Let's listen in.
That's an easy steal. Guy had a free trip down on the block because nobody was there. Nobody's rotating. Terrell and Marcus, whether you're locked up on somebody, didn't tell Bailey, get middle, get middle. Guys on the bench, get middle. Every single time, some bum.
Tell me to drop and you take middle.
Yeah, some bum gets to the middle and he's about to go take an easy basket. It's ridiculous. BABC on 3, 1, 2, 3. Be cognizant of how far, Hinton, be cognizant of how far up you are because 12, he just gets right through the line and Terrell's gonna get a foul. You're not in, just give it a minute.
Well, if there was any question whether Brittany Papil could handle a huddle, I think those just got answered.
Well, I'll tell you what, to be in a huddle, you better be a high SAT because people, I know some friends of mine who are going to figure out what the heck is cognizant.
Brittany Papil did play basketball at Notre Dame Prep High School. She was a star player there, played a little bit in college, but has really found her home handling the club, BABC. Now it's Dotton. Punch it inside. Santos Silva was the star after 1 quarter of play. Tried the bounce pass there, and it goes out of bounds over to Boo Williams. So, traffic jams getting into the ESPN Wide World of Sports this morning. Baseball going on throughout the complex and inside at the Johnson Center and here at the HP Fieldhouse. AAU basketball in full effect.
And baseball outside. There's a lot of people here.
Ball tipped around, nicely recovered by Johnson. He lays it in.
Well, let me tell you something right there. Follow your shot, get a rebound, add your stats, and then get a basket.
How about that three-pointer by Romic? He has got serious range.
Well, listen, Romic had 43s in their championship win in a tournament about 2 weeks ago.
How many?
43s over the course of the tournament.
Oh, my goodness.
Shit, that'd be a career for a lot of people.
Staggs pulls it out. Johnson tries to dissect. Out to Merrow. Here's a long shot by Staggs. Ja'Kai Dotton now bringing it up for BABC. Patella, he got blocked. That's another great defensive play by Dickens.
Dickens is saying no way. Now look at Patella, elevates up. Dickens says no. And you know what? Patella's a slasher and can elevate. He's a high wire act.
Diamond Kerrigan heads to the line for Boston. No, actually they'll inbound it underneath the bucket. Justin Mazzulla will do the honors there. Have not really called Mazzulla's name so far in this game.
Well, it's nice when you got that kind of depth.
He's had a very quiet roll up to this point. Here he is. Mazzulla trying to get the ball away, draws the foul. So Justin Mazzulla really running the show. His brother Joe played at West Virginia and still waiting to find out where Justin is going to play his college basketball.
Well, West Virginia and Jacksonville University have both made overtures to Justin Mazzulla.
Must be so tough, J-Webb, being some of these college coaches up here early in the morning trying to convince these youngsters that their institution is best suited for them. And if you're some of the youngsters, you're trying to convince colleges that you are worth the price of admission.
Well, let me tell you something. College coaches work endlessly to find young players. I mean, we've talked to coaches that were in Vegas, Miami, Orlando.
Now we've seen coaches from all over the United States, and this is really a great chance for them to get together. You see Manhattan represented right there. The Jaspers, also Jacksonville Dolphins.
Well, the Dolphins are part of that great ASUN conference that spawned Mercer and FGCU Dunk City.
Now it's Dotton, hard drive. Oh, and he puts it in somehow. Ja'Kai Dotton.
This guy brings energy to the team. And when you can go in among the trees, look at this hang time off the glass with a sweet, sweet layup. Drew, this is some good basketball on a Sunday morning.
Ja'Kai Dotton led Cambridge Ringen Latin 2, a state championship up in that Massachusetts area. 25-17, 8-point lead for BABC.
Well, both these coaches, you don't need a chair for them, so if you sell out a place, you want to be close to them because you could just take their seat.
Here's Dotton again. Traveling going to be called that time.
Dotton's.
So the bottom line is, if you come here, spend the entire week at Walt Disney World, you want to leave J-Webb knowing you got several prospects on your board, guys that you are going to target heading into the year, because we got 11th graders playing right now. By the time they are seniors, those spots start to fill up. North Carolina represented, so you know Roy Williams has an eye down here. We're seeing the best of the best universities scout this talent.
Well, these coaches are looking pretty much, right now, this is 216. They're looking 218, 219, and sometimes even 220, because you got to get ahead, you got to be on the road and talk to the best.
Also Georgia Tech, the ACC, with the announcement of the ACC network in coordination with ESPN. That is going to be huge beginning in 2019.
Let me tell you something. ESPN, when people maybe 30 years ago were like, 24-hour sports, is that going to really last? I guess they were wrong.
ACC Digital Network will be going strong this fall, but here to see players like Justin Mazzulla. Tremendous range, a point guard that goes about 6'4", 6'5", really good-looking player, can do a little bit of everything, can shoot, can handle, can defend. Going to be a great player at the next level.
Well, you know, one of the things you want as a college coach at a high level, at any level, Justin Mazzulla has a high basketball IQ.
Dump it down to the baseline, and a foul's going to be called. Keith Staggs is going to go to the line.
Well, see, when you find big men that can pass, that is a benefit, because you can't double down. Look at this. They're going to kick it inside. The big man says, here you go, and you get the foul. Because if they double him down, or if they don't double him, he's going to take the jump shot.
Key there, J-Webb, anytime a team presses half court, the middle of the court is always where you want the basketball, isn't it?
You want to get to the middle, because then you can spread the floor and find slashers or find the three-point shooter.
1 of 2 for Staggs at the line. And still 7-point lead for BABC. Drew Felios and J-Webb Horton from the HP Fieldhouse. Mazzulla now for BABC.
Mazzulla just looks like a baller. See that ball movement? See, this is what teams want. They aren't holding the ball. They're moving the ball. Yeah, most teams are standing around looking like they're waiting for people to bring them coffee. Kick it inside.
Terrell Brown hands to Mazzulla. Nice weave. Patella for 3. Hit the back iron. Mazzulla, nice look. Couldn't finish. The tip is up, and let's see if they're going to count the bucket.
BABC, excellent ball movement. Look at this, inside out, pass, finish, tip.
They do not count the bucket, so still on 25, and Ja'Kai Dotton at the free throw line. Ja'Kai Dotton was the ESPN Player of the Year in that Boston area. very highly regarded.
Well, that's a huge honor. Because didn't Boston turn out some guy named Patrick Ewing?
Certainly.
Well, nice to see that. Look at those hands. Once again, Patella making impact on the defensive end there, Drew.
Good battle here. Merrow trying to guard Dotton. Midway through the second quarter. Merrow trying to turn up the intensity on defense. Here's Terrell Brown. Mazzulla took the lane and laid it in.
Oh, that is a sweet move by a sweet player.
Right back the other way. Couldn't answer. Merrow had the drive. Now tipped out to Carter. Good pass.
Nice.
And the layup. That's by McCaden.
Nice pass by Carter. Guards, keep your head up. See where your teammates are.
Seeing good athletic plays on both ends. The Ohio Unity entering the gym as we speak. Team that has really played well on all levels over the past week. Let's take a look at that pass on the other side, Jay Webb.
Now watch this here. Comes in, no look, and says, please make the layup. Don't kill my assist ratio. You know, Ohio Unity's been in Florida long enough to maybe become residents. We saw them here last week, and they played some good basketball. Nice pass.
Foul going to be drawn by Dickens. He'll go to the line to shoot a couple.
You know, Drew, we have seen in this game more people going to the hole than we've seen all last weekend and early on in just watching games.
Well, DeJour Dickens is verbally committed to Providence, but it does not mean that once signing day comes, he could go somewhere else. Keep in mind that colleges, too, will take note of that. Even though a player may be verbally committed, they will continue to recruit until he is signed, sealed, and delivered.
Right. Because he's long. I mean,
Nine-point lead for BABC.
see, there's a mismatch inside there with Santos. See, if you can get it into him, he's got height on his defender. But he's got to fight harder to set up there and sit down, give him a target.
Second time they've called that palming, this time on Dotton. So clearly, if you're on BABC, you got to make that adjustment if you're on the court. It's been called on both sides now.
Put the hand on top of the ball.
And Jay Webb, that's something that these young players can learn. As that ball rims out, now Staggs kicks it out. This is Morrow. And the ball gets caught in the rim. It will go over to Boo Williams, but sometimes at the next level, you're going to have officials that call the game differently. You've got to adjust to that in game.
Well, if I may quote the BABC coach, you must be cognizant of the ways and wiles of the officials and then make the adjustment. You can't complain because they aren't going to change. It's up to the player and the team to change.
Off balance, tough shot. Under 2 minutes to play, first half. Mazzulla guarded by McCaden.
See, guards, once your big man gives you that target, you got to kick it into him.
Boston really trying to take the air out of the basketball now, get longer, more quality possessions. Here's Romich, he's wide open for three, and he drills it.
Well, Romich is not going to miss a three.
Not when you leave him that wide open.
No, I mean, he had time to wipe the sweat off his brow.
Devontae Carter to the corner. Tough to operate inside there with the big men, Brown and Santos Silva teaming up.
Well, Santos Silva is working hard on the block, and I think that you gotta award those bigs. You know me, I love to see Team Sugar the bigs. I know it took us almost 2 quarters to get into that, but when they're working hard, give them the ball.
This BABC program, this particular team, 10th grade national champions. So trying to at least finish as high as 3rd here. See that often with these teams, they play their way through the ranks, win titles as they go along. Jumper from the elbow, Vetter can't hit. Nice rebound by Hinton.
Well, he had a good look there, just missed a shot.
30 seconds to go in the first half. BABC has led for most of the way. Now it's Missoula. Keep an eye on the clock. Down to 15 seconds. Ja'Kai Dotton tries to get the step on the defender. And we got a foul on the floor. Looks like we get one-on-one here. 1-and-1 coming up.
Well, clock's running down. Ja'Kai does one thing, takes the ball to the hole. Shooting a 1-and-1. Now off a rebound, Boo Williams' team should be able to get this ball up the floor. You can go coast to coast in 4.2 seconds, unimpeded.
Ja'Kai Dotton's played well here in the first half. Big lift off the bench for BABC. Now the final 4.8 here. Carter trying to get it up court. He'll heave it and puts it in at the buzzer.
Like I said, 4.2 seconds, and Carter makes us look pretty good, Drew. Great first half of basketball here.
So Devontae Carter with the 35-foot runner makes this a little more interesting. 34-23. Boo Williams and BABC. We're at halftime here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports.
Check out the wildest ride in the wilderness. Big Thunder Mountain Railroad at Magic Kingdom Park has you careening through steep mountain passes and in and out of darkened caves on a runaway train that seems to have a mind of its own. So hold on to your hats as you zip around the winding track right here at the Walt Disney World Resort. Disney Soccer Showcase is the ultimate place for top clubs and players to be seen by hundreds of top college coaches looking for great soccer talent. Rated the #1 youth soccer tournament in the U.S. in a Soccer America survey, Disney Soccer Showcase gives athletes a chance to shine on one of the biggest and best stages set for youth soccer in the country, here at ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex. For more information, visit DisneySoccerShowcase.com. The ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex at the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida has emerged as the pinnacle of youth tournament travel, catering to the needs of the entire family. We offer a complete line of solution-oriented products and services to address the complex needs of teams on the road and the team parents who support them. To find out how to achieve vacation victory, visit ESPNWWOS.com.
Disney's Animal Kingdom here at the Walt Disney World Resort. 34-23 BABC, the team from Boston, Massachusetts, leading Hampton, Virginia's Boo Williams Summer League program. Great job by Brittany Papille coaching in that first half, and her big men right now are doing their job. 43, Terrell Brown all over the place.
Well, look at Terrell Brown. He's putting the ball back up in. He can go inside. He can also go outside, hitting the three. That's a definite combination. And look at this, 45, Santos, look at him. Goes inside now, off the glass. The man can work hard. When you got bigs like that, you can be up 34-23.
Just a fabulous 1-2 punch for BABC. Here in the consolation game, we got second half action coming up in just a few moments on ESPN3.
ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex at Florida's beautiful Walt Disney World Resort is your amateur basketball destination. Offering multiple tournaments for athletes from Pee Wee to collegiate level, the complex also attracts NCAA coaches from top programs nationwide. To find out how your team can compete here, visit DisneyBasketball.com. The ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex is the ideal place for amateur softball, hosting annual events like Disney Softball Spring Training on top of working with organizations like USSSA and Diamond 9 events to develop competitive events for players of all ages and skill levels. For more information, visit ESPNWWOS.com. The ESPN Wide World of Sports Complex at the Walt Disney World Resort in Florida has emerged as the pinnacle of youth tournament travel, catering to the needs of the entire family. We offer a complete line of solution-oriented products and services to address the complex needs of teams on the road and the team parents who support them. To find out how to achieve vacation victory, visit ESPNWWOS.com.
Welcome back inside the HP Fieldhouse. Drew Felios, J. Webb Horton. Great to have you along for the ride. BABC, the team from Boston, Massachusetts, taking on the Boo Williams Summer League. Coached by Bill Tozay. There's Coach Tozay in his 32nd year. We saw him this morning. We said his team was late arriving. Had a lot of traffic going out throughout the complex, but he was calm, cool, and collected. He's got tremendous confidence in his young man.
Well, right now they've got to finish. They've had excellent opportunities to keep this, to be even closer in this game, but missed some jump shots, missed some layups. But let me tell you something. BABC is a tough team to beat because they're the essential, what I think of team basketball. Moving as a unit, looking for their teammates. And we're seeing this also on the Boo Williams team also. So both these teams are what you want to see as a coach. But obviously, if you're Boo Williams team, you like to see the ball go through the hole.
Ja'Kai Dotton, number 5, will start this second half for BABC. Big lift off the bench for the team in black.
You were right, Ja'Kai Dotton, ESPN MVP Player of the Year. So if you're, colleges are going to look at a guy like him.
Inside to the big man, Terrell Brown. And he'll take the hack and go to the line to shoot a pair.
Well, see, what did we say? When your big man sets that target, get him the ball. Ja'Kai did that. Terrell's going to the foul line after being fouled.
Had a good conversation with Brittany Papil, the head coach of BABC, before the game, J. Webb, and I said, how do you best describe Terrell Brown and this team and the way they play basketball? And she said, the main thing we like to do is we play this game of basketball in its original form. Defense, take our time offensively, we get it into the bigs. There's a nice move on the baseline as McCadden finishes.
Well, see, that's what, if they want to get back in this ball game, good moves and finishing. I
think that's the sense that we're getting, though, from this Boston team from the start. very unselfish program. They have several high-profile players, but I don't get the sense that anybody really craves being the star. This is truly a team as Santos Silva gets hacked.
Well, one of the things is that when you have someone like Missoula out there, look at this rebound. I mean, that's a man's work there. And he's going to fight his way back up, gets fouled, goes to the free throw line. So if you're big, you want to be able to fight hard. But the other thing is, you got to be able to knock down free throws.
And it's hard to believe this young man at the line, Marcos Santos Silva, is not committed to a big-time college. I guarantee you he's going to be one of the prize recruits coming out of this weekend right here.
Well, see, that's one of the things about AAU basketball and about the recruiting process. People want players who are on their way up, and they can see, coaches can see potential. The man works hard. Looks like he got a little hitch in his giddy up there. But one of the reasons it's so hard to beat BABC, look at this offside pass. See, once again, they didn't finish, Drew.
Johnson couldn't put it in. Carter inside. I tell you what, the size of BABC really bothering Boo Williams throughout this game.
Well, see, length, when you go in there, you can't, 5'10" can't elevate over 6'6".
Nice look, back to Patella, and he puts it in.
Patella is a baller, I'm telling you.
And the two guards, Patella and Ramich. Really nice additions for this BABC program. And a timeout. Head coach Bill Tosay does not like what he's seeing. Let's go over, though, to the BABC bench. Brittany Papille. Let's see what she has to say.
Yes, sir.
Your last 14 minutes and 15 seconds, except for Diamond Nick, you're going to play here. So you have fun and just leave it all out there. Leave it all out there.
Come on, get Marcus. BABC on 3. 1, 2, 3. Marcus, go over there and stretch, though, because you're not, your job ain't over. I just see you limping, and you need to stretch. You should have been stretching the whole halftime. Get a band or something. Do not sit around. Matt, stretch your brother out here. Stretch him out. No. Like I said, he always got to shut your mouth, kid.
Marcos Santos Silva trying to stay loose. Is obviously having a few cramping issues over there on the sideline.
Well, remember, I told you I thought I saw a little hitch in his giddy up there, and coach is telling him, go stretch.
Johnson can't hit the three. Outside shooting, a little bit off for Boo Williams right now. Patella attacking.
Patella is a true definition of the word slasher.
Foul called on Kerrigan.
Look at Patella here, coming down the floor, elevates, hang time, avoids the block, kiss off the glass for a layup.
At the line now, Devontae Carter. Boo Williams right now. J-Webb trailing by 14 points. How can they get back into this game?
Well, hey, you got to turn up, you got to ratchet it up on defense, and then you got to finish. They missed like 3 layups in this half. That's 6 points.
Missoula left it for Kerrigan, and it'll stay with BABC.
See, if you're a guard or you're a point guard, look at what this team is doing. Their guards are looking for people who are open, but they can also shoot. But your 2-point guard, you're looking to distribute. And if you can't distribute, then you got to be able to put up the shot.
Missoula pulls it back out. See in the background, Marcos Santos Silva sitting down and stretching on that sideline as Kerrigan took it up. We've got a foul on the floor. The big man trying to stay loose. You see, in AAU basketball, you've got medical staffs here on premises, but you got to do a lot yourself. You don't quite have the traveling medical staffs and everything coming with you.
Well, you see he's got the band. Band's helping to get that muscle loosened up. But, you know, the other thing is this, you know, you're up. You know, just let the big man sit there and rest for a while.
Ball rattles in. Nice touch by Diamond Kerrigan. So you got Brown and Santos Silva, and then Kerrigan coming off the bench.
Now, see, for anybody who says women can't coach men, you saw how Brittany was extremely. Look at this now. He's coming in up elevation and no.
Look underneath. Merrow gathers and puts it in for BWSL.
But I was just saying that she was forceful, yet not disrespectful, to tell her player, go stretch.
Patella wheels and deals.
Well, excellent description. He did wheel. He did the spin wheel and then off the glass.
Now we're going up and down. McCadden off balance. That ball drops. Wave it off, though. A foul underneath. Tell you what, this Patella is big time.
Now watch Patella. Spin move. Put it in the spin cycle and then off the glass.
Out of bounds as Anderson couldn't handle it. Points towards himself. Boo Williams trailing by 16 now, 45-29.
You know, Patella, I mean, he's a sleeper, but man, I'll tell you what, his prospects are going to wake up after coaches see him play.
BABC right now in complete control of this game.
Oh, yeah. Yep.
You heard them talk in the huddle. Hey, you got 14 more minutes to play. Just have fun, do your thing.
Well, you never take your foot off the gas pedal.
Now it's Missoula inside. They hit the cutter, putting it in. Nicely done by Kerrigan.
Once again, ball movement, being unselfish. Because, see, if I get a layup, I know that my teammate's going to give me a layup. Oh, nice move. Now look at the ball movement here. 43 to his teammate, finishes off the glass. That is what you want in a team game called basketball.
Williams also struggling at the free throw line right now. The big man checks back in to Jor Dickens. Four points for Keontae Johnson. Carter. Well, they're just having a hard time dealing with that size of BABC. They get the two, but everything is just so hard-earned, J-Webb.
Hey, that's what your defense is supposed to. It's not supposed to be easy, is it?
Certainly is not for the young men from Hampton, Virginia.
Missoula makes this game look pretty effortless.
Inside out now, Patella attacking against the defense. Ran into a wall.
Yeah, he sort of forced that one. You know, Boo Williams' team sort of closed down what he thought was an open path.
Ramage comes in for Patella.
Isn't that amazing? You can take out Patella and you bring in Ramage, who can flat out shoot. It's nice to have that kind of interactive parts, Drew.
Loose ball on the floor, picked up by Ramage.
We'll see, once again, big men, you got to be ready for your teammates. Oh, nice steal.
Johnson had the dunk. So Keontae Johnson now with 6 points. Still 14-point lead, BABC. How about Missoula? Left it off for Brown, who couldn't finish. Boo Williams trying to get a rally together here. That's how you get it done. Up and under. Isaiah Anderson scores in a timeout for BABC.
Well, that's a good timeout there by BABC. Now look at the passing here. Going inside, and watch Oh, the rejection. Coming the other way now, leading for a layup here. Finish, miss, but hey, big man ran the floor, put it back in, so that's what you got to do.
He's going down right in here. And he's shorting up here and he's shorting there. You got that? And then go opposite your pass. It's just that simple. Don't try to make that sound other than that.
Yo, come out, Diamond, let's go. Diamond coming out.
Come on.
When you get here, because they messed up with us, right? If he goes through, see if he goes
Coach
through.
Bill Tose trying to get his youngsters back into this one. Still double-digit lead for BABC. Boo Williams' Summer League program has been climbing uphill the entire morning with 2:21 left to go here in the third.
What Coach Tose is saying, listen, we can move the ball, keep it simple. Don't do all this complicated stuff. Basketball's pretty simple. You defend and you make shots. I mean, that's not rocket science.
Easier said than done, though, against this BABC powerhouse.
Look at that pass. Nice. Look at that drop step.
Terrell Brown gets it to Santos Silva, and that could be the reason why Boo Williams went on the run, because Santos Silva wasn't in the game.
Well, Santos Silva said, stop. I'm here.
Dickens, a little bit too much there on the hook.
We'll see, take one more step and lay it off the glass.
Dotton working against Merrill. The ABC's going to take their time here. No hurries, just over a minute in this third quarter. Brown back out to Missoula.
We'll see, without a shot clock, you can hold the ball to the end of the quarter.
Justin Missoula's had a nice game for BABC.
So you got to get out of the corner.
Had numbers there for a moment, but clearly they want to pull it back out. And Boo Williams not used to playing against a team that likes to take their time like this.
Well, see, when you got guards, you got Missoula and you got Jakey. All you got to do is you can hold the ball forever.
Here's Missoula, now he'll attack. Good pass into Santos Silva. Second try is up and good.
Well, Santos Silva was doing the old Moses Malone. I'll miss two to pad my rebound stats, and then I'll put it back in.
And those possessions can be demoralizing if you're Boo Williams. Off the glass, Johnson scores. On the other end, Santos Silva can't get the follow that time off the miss by Dotton, but Marcos Santos Silva with 13 points and 6 rebounds, leading BABC right now against the Boo Williams Summer League.
Well, Santos Silva's had a heck of a game. Like you said, 13 and 6. And he was stretching for 3 minutes.
Every single time.
You can't ever trust officials.
Up fake, up fake, up fake.
Listen, I think if you can just bring your pressure up for 2 or 3 minutes.
All right.
And wear them out and go 5.
All right.
Get a couple of fresh legs.
Missoula, Hinton, Lay, Bailey. I don't want to put
Yeah, split your bigs. Terrell back. Give Marcus 2 minutes.
Terrell. BBC.
Well, Brittany Papille, at first she was taking tickets at the door. Then she was working marketing for the BABC program and branding everything off the court. And then she said her father came to her and convinced her that she could be an outstanding head coach. And who knows, one day she may be coaching a big-time Division I program, Jay Webb. We still have not seen it happen in major college basketball.
Well, a little Tom Crean there from my old state of Indiana. We got to give equal time to Indiana and Purdue. I don't want my Purdue fans to say I was showing favoritism.
$14-point game. BABC, the team from Boston, Massachusetts in black. They have had a comfortable lead from the start as McCadden floats that one in for Boo Williams.
See, Boo Williams, they got to have some stops, and then they got to score.
Patella, stutter step, and looked like he may have traveled. They let him get away with it, though.
Well, Patella, once again, head fake. Put it on the floor, goes to the hole. I really like this kid. Now look at this right there. On the floor, pump fake. Now see, that pump fake got the big up in the air, didn't it? Continues in and gets fouled.
Was able to keep his feet planted also on the floor.
I mean, this guy's not going to miss a free throw.
Stolen away. BABC slamming this one home. Jalen Hitton getting to the rim.
Jalen Hitton with authority finishing off this. Look at this. They steal the ball. Jalen Hitton says, watch this. Ooh, with authority.
And looks like we got a technical foul there. Hanging on the rim, looks like, by Hinton. So free throws on the other end.
Well, I mean,
for Carter.
They look to me, and I'd have to watch it again, but you know, you're supposed to be able to protect yourself so you don't fall down.
Maybe the first questionable call of the morning by our great officiating team. Oh, he did indeed slap the backboard. Thank you to our crew for informing us of that.
Look at the finish. Slap of the backboard? Okay.
Yeah, can't do that.
You can't do that. But if you can, you should.
Can maybe do that in the backyard, but not on center stage of AAU.
Well,
Contact.
Yeah, there's contact there, Drew. I mean, if you think you're going to run into somebody like that out here, they're going to make that call every time. See? I mean, there's too many witnesses.
Here's Missoula Hanley against Staggs. Wide open three by Lehman. A great board. Hinton got high in the air.
Oh, my Lord.
Patella spotting up.
That's the only thing they've missed.
Offensive foul. No, we got a chart. No, we got a blocking call inside. Patella looked like he was in position.
Well, let's see what happens here. Patella looked like he may have had position there. Well, the Zebras are allowed to miss a couple.
Elijah McCadden inbounding. This three-pointer comes up short. Staggs trying to follow it up.
Well, I like the fact that Staggs, followed his shot.
Foul by Hinton at half court.
Hitting this in, he pushed off. It looked like a defensive safety there in football.
Carter operating in traffic. Staggs. And another blocking call. BABC trying to draw the charge. Right now unsuccessful on 3 attempts.
Yeah, I don't know whether if we see a replay on that one, what happened, but we thought the one before he had established contact or established position. Let's look at this inside. Well, it's interesting. But one of the things is this game is such a bang-bang. We have the ability to look at a replay.
Now Lehman, Patella, good look in the jam by Terrell Brown.
Patella says, hey, can you jam this one in?
Well, the big men have just feasted here this morning at the HP Fieldhouse. BABC, a dominant performance.
You may not have to give them breakfast because they've eaten well, the bigs.
They're running again. That time Hinton couldn't hold on to it.
Coming inside, turn, look at the kid. Nice assist and the dunk finish.
Keep in mind, this is the consolation game in the 11th grade gold. Coming up next at 11 a.m., the championship game in the 11th grade gold division. If these two teams are the consolation teams, just imagine the talent that we're going to see on deck.
I'll tell you what, if this is an appetizer, it's worth a lot of money.
Lehman now pulls it out. And we got a foul, looks like it's going to be away from the ball. And this is going to be Keith Staggs. And he'll head out of the game for Boo Williams. McCadden will come in to replace him. Tough morning for Boo Williams, team that came here and from the start just looking a little bit out of their element at the ESPN Wide World of Sports. Got caught in the big traffic jam and late taking the court. Didn't really get their full warm-up session in, Jay Webb, and sometimes that can have an effect on you.
Well, I think the biggest effect is called BABC because they were like this. They're deep, they're long, they're athletic, and they're well coached. So big, big, big hill to climb if you are Boo Williams. Summer League team.
Meanwhile, Brittany Papille, boy, she's really taught us something here in this first game of the day. Coaching the past 7 years in the Boston area, coaching some of the elite players in the Northeast.
Well, there's a lot of good basketball up there, and you know, I mean, basketball because it's now year-round. I mean, back in the day, you know, you'd play basketball and then football, but these guys are playing basketball, the young men and women. AAU, we said last week, everybody else is at the beach. These people are in a gym.
And not the easiest place to be, especially when you live up north.
Oh, yeah, that's right. They have snow up there, don't they?
Working inside, and again, Terrell Brown, very quietly, he's just had a fabulous game.
Look at the defense here, though.
Johnson pulls up. Send it down court to Lehman. And we'll play on. Justin Missoula with the basketball. Not a big day offensively for BABC, but really done a good job controlling the tempo and not letting these Boo Williams guards go crazy. I think the key to this game that you don't realize, what he's doing right now, just keeping possession, controlling the tempo, it's taking Boo Williams out of their game.
Well, see, you can't pressure a team whose 2 or 3 guards don't turn the ball over and then have high basketball IQs.
Came up short on the reverse layup. Hinton couldn't put it in.
Now he's going to tell you that was a pass.
Devontae Carter's going to go to the line. I think he's a little surprised that was called a foul.
He was. Now look at this. He comes in, he goes, that's a pass, but they called a foul. That was a mystery pass that became a foul. I love it.
10 points for Carter. Trying to convert his 4th free throw here. Got games going on around this arena. That's why you hear some of the whistling in the background. Hinton tosses it back out to Missoula. 59-44, 15-point lead. Missoula scoops it in.
Now, wait a minute. That first step was ridiculous to go by his opponent, Drew.
Justin Missoula was the first guy to come up to us, Jay Webb, when BABC realized they were going to be on television. He was so excited. Here's Terrell Brown, and he couldn't hit. McCadden. Missoula just stole it right from him. Threw it away, though. There's a good look. And a put in.
Well, that's one of the first things he's done wrong today, Drew.
Elijah McCadden scores again. Lead has been double digits from about midway through the second quarter. Game where BABC has played pretty much on cruise control.
Yeah, they really have.
Here's Hinton. Look at that left hand. Tried to dunk it. Nearly did it.
Well, he took off a little too soon.
And it looks like we're gonna have a technical foul here. Johnson got a little testy on defense.
Well, looks. Tosay is having an interesting conversation there with the official.
So Keontae Johnson, let's listen and see if we can hear something here.
Okay. He fouls him going, and then afterwards he takes his hand and hits him in the face. That's what the technical foul is. I'm not calling you on that one. I'm calling in the first whistle. When he did that. No. He had his hands over it. Come on, ref. I had a better look.
Coaches always have a better look. Tosay, I love his demeanor. I'm not questioning the technical. I'm talking about the one before. And then he's telling the referee, I had a better look. I love it.
One up two at the line for Missoula. Gotta love Coach Tosay, even though his team trailing by 16 late in the fourth quarter, still campaigning for his group. Terrell Brown now hits the strike.
See, coaches coach no matter what the situation is. Here's the replay here now. Looks like this, the hand. Oh, well, he sort of did bring the hand across the face there, so that'll get you teed up. Anything above the neck. Yeah, it wasn't malicious, but it was just you go above the neck, they're going to call it every time.
Now the substitutes in for BABC. Justin Missoula still running the point. It's a very fundamentally sound program for BABC. We have not seen a lot of errors from this team. Just as I say that, though.
Oh, you missed the dunk.
Anderson can't finish. You know, sometimes they say if you're not sure about it, just lay it in, get the two, right?
Well, the big man was going to try to throw it down, but he got rim blocked. Nothing worse than the rim block in your shot. Ryan Lehman, physical specimen, 6'7", can explode to the hole.
Missoula kicks it back out. Now they'll continue to play keep away as the clock approaches. 1 minute to go in the game. Dotton. You know, it's not easy to be this disciplined to do this, what BABC is doing, because you see times where there's open space, like right there. You got to have discipline to pull it back out, do what's best for your team, continue to work clock.
Well, plus, but it's easy when you have talented guards. When you got Missoula handling the ball.
Guards that understand time and situation.
In Dotton, they understand time and situation very well. So unless you foul them, the buzzer's going to go off, Drew.
So Missoula to the line, 30 seconds to go. Player of the game for BABC, who do you think, Jay Webb?
Well, you know what? I mean, as much as I love Missoula, I'm going to go with Marcus Santos Silva, because 13 and 6 really helped establish some things. Now, Missoula makes things happen, but Silva, I thought, was the force.
Marcos Santos Silva, interesting to see where he is going to play college basketball. Terrell Brown had a good game also. That's going to go down as Anderson makes up for the one that he missed. And now a chance at a three-point play.
Well, you know my love of those names. So Marcos Santos Silva, if he had any kind of game, I was going to make him player of the game. No, but he lived up to the billing that we heard from his coach, and outstanding.
So with that, Jay Webb, what are some of your favorite all-time basketball names?
Oh, my Lord. How much time do we have?
We'll let you think about that
Yep.
one. Bring it up maybe during our next
No, very much
contest. Ja'Kai Dotton will dribble it out for BABC as they will win the consolation game here in the 11th grade gold division. Final score 65-48, all Boston, Massachusetts, led by Marcos Santos Silva. Marcus Santos Silva, tremendous morning, and Brittany Papil, the head coach, one of the great stories here in AAU.
Well, she's done a great job there. I'm sure up there in the Northeast, your father's watching saying, that's my baby.
$17-point win for BABC, and for the Boo Williams Summer League, a good showing here at AAU, but they will finish 4th in the tournament. So for Jay Webb Horton and our entire crew, I'm Drew Felios. 1 of 4 games done here at the ESPN Wide World of Sports, and it goes to Boston, Massachusetts, and BABC 65-48. We'll see you at the top of the hour.